Hello, and how are you doing today? I hope that you're doing great. I hope that you're doing good. My name is Esther. Please, if you're seeing my face for the first time, I would love to connect with you. Kindly leave me your name and your location, that is where you're watching from, in the comment section. Let's connect. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you and discussing how to sponsor yourself to Sweden. Here, you don't need any job or any employer to sponsor you. You can move yourself to Sweden, and there's an opportunity to move your family as well. We'll be discussing all the costs, the requirement, the timelines, and all the other details that you need to know about this opportunity in this video. So don't go away. Watch this video to the very end. And before we go into the video, please, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly do go ahead to hit the subscribe button. That red button you can see below, kindly hit that button, and the bell icon beside it as well, so that you get notified anytime I share new videos. And on this channel, you should know that I share lots of opportunities to study in the United States in terms of scholarship, applications, schools you need to submit applications for. But right now, we're extending beyond the United States. We are looking at other opportunities to move to any other country of your choice, abroad, UK, Canada, Sweden, any other country. You never can tell what will come next, so ensure that you subscribe and stay plugged to the channel. All right guys, let me not waste much of your time. Let's just dive right into today's content. Let's talk a bit about Sweden. So Sweden is actually one of the safest countries to live in, and in terms of safety, it is regarded as very safe for women because a lot of crimes against women are actually very much frowned at. Also, this Northern Europe country is the 5th largest country in Europe, and they have good drinking water. Like, people actually drink water from the tap. The tap water is regarded as clean and fresh. Another beautiful thing I love about this country is that parents get to enjoy 480 days of parental leave annually. That is, both of them get to enjoy. It's not even annual because that's more than a year. 480 days is like I think that's 16 months. So that's like 1 year and 4 months for both parents. I don't know how they split between the both of them, but that's what they get to enjoy. And you know, even employees get to enjoy 25 days of annual leave, and it is said that most of them take this leave around July every year because, you know, it is warmer around that time of the year. This country is in the north, so when you hear about northern countries, that means it's a cold region. But outside of that, something else you should know is that you don't need to understand Swedish to live and work in Sweden, because most of the people in Sweden, though they speak their native language, they also understand English very much fluently. So recently, a new type of, would I say visa? Not visa. Yeah, I would say visa actually was introduced this year to allow people come into Sweden to search for jobs or search for opportunities to set up their business, and that is the visa that I'll be talking about today. So this visa is a job seeker permit visa. Basically, that allows you to come into Sweden for like a minimum of 3 months. It's valid between 3 months and 9 months. So within this period, what you're doing is you're basically looking for a job, and it is not for everybody actually. We'll be discussing in details the requirement later on. But however, what you should know right now is that if you have an advanced degree, say a master's degree program, PhD, or even advanced vocational degree, you are allowed on this visa. So you come into Sweden, you search for a job, and by the grace of God, you find a job. You apply for a work permit, and you don't need to wait for your work permit to be out to actually start working. As soon as you put in your application for the work permit, you can start working. And it also gives you an opportunity at that stage to bring in your family members to come live with you. But at the point when you are going, it is not allowed for your family members to come live with you. Now let's talk about the requirements and the documents that you need to come on this visa, and I'll be reading that from my notes because I'm not going to mislead you guys. I need to give you the facts, the details. So number one is that you should have an advanced degree, and like I said before, that can be an MSc degree, a PhD degree, or even an advanced vocational degree. And also, you need to prove your intention to come look for a job and that you're eligible to search for a job. So that would probably be that, okay, your resume is with you, you have your certificates, you have your degree. You know, if you don't have this minimum qualification, they know that, oh, you're not even coming to look for a job. And let me let you know, there's no need for a job. Even for founders, if you're looking for a business opportunity, if you have the money money to start up a business in Sweden. This visa allows you to come in to explore and to see if this is something you want to do. Another requirement you need to fulfill is that you have comprehensive health insurance, and this comprehensive means that it covers your medical care, your emergency care, even your repatriation costs. So in case that something happens to whatever, you know, just the cost of repatriating the person back home, then that cost as well, just all around health coverage that is valid throughout your stay in Sweden. So they can give you for like 3 months, they can give you for 6 months, 4 months. You also can indicate how long you want to stay. So another requirement you need is to have a valid passport for the duration of your stay. So throughout the time you intend to stay there, your passport should be valid. So say you want to apply for a 3-month stay, you should be valid for that period. Say you want to apply for 9 months, your passport needs to be valid for that period. Also, you should be located outside Sweden. So if you're in Africa, if you're in any part of the world outside Sweden, you are allowed to come on this visa. So you can see that the requirements are basic, they are not so much. So if you're a pharmacist or a doctor, and actually they have a shortage list. I'm going to leave a link in the description box for you to find the list of occupation shortage that they have, so that you can see if your occupation falls under this list, because those are the jobs that they've observed that are in short supply. And so if it's almost like saying that once you are under that category, there's a higher opportunity of you definitely getting a job if you come on this visa. Now let's discuss all the documents you need to submit. The first document you need to submit is your transcript. Of course, you have advanced degree, so you definitely have a transcript that you have obtained from your institution. Then you also need a proof of fund and bank statements. I'll discuss how much that should be very soon. And you also need your certificates for all your degrees, and also for whatever certification that you have pursued. You need to have that with you. You also need to have your comprehensive health insurance document, which is what we've discussed earlier. So you need to have that proof also. So you need to have an authorization letter that is authorizing, I think they call it the Swedish Council of Higher Education, to verify your documents from your institution. So you need to write that letter and indicate it as part of the document that you're submitting. So for all of these documents, they can be in digital or hard copies, however you want to do it, and they don't necessarily need to be in Swedish. They can be in English language. So you have them in English language, it is okay. But if they're not in English or Swedish, you would need to find a translator. Now let us discuss the cost implication of this permit, of this visa. That is the proof of funds that you actually need to show to be able to get this visa. So it is actually like $1,200 per month. Don't forget I mentioned that it is valid for a minimum period of 3 months and maximum of 9 months. So minimum you can apply for is 3 months. So if you're applying for 3 months, that is 1,200 times 3, which is 3,600. That is 3,600. And if it is 9 months, that is 1,200 times 9. So this work visa, like I said, this job seeker permit rather, is something that allows you to come look for a job. After you get a job, like I mentioned, you have to apply for your work permit, and the work permit you'll be getting is actually valid for 2 years and can be further extended for a period of another 2 years, after which you will then be able to qualify for permanent residency. And afterwards, you're on your path to citizenship. The interesting thing is, if you're after living in Sweden for a total of 5 years, you're definitely eligible for citizenship. So don't forget that around this time, after you've gotten your work permit, your family members are able to join you. So that is also a good opportunity. The thing is, you don't need anybody to sponsor. You don't need any employer to file for you. You file for yourself. And there are lots of platforms through which you can get jobs, like Glassdoor. Another thing is, if you don't necessarily want to go to Sweden to look for a job, if you don't necessarily want to use this permit to go to Sweden to look for a job, you can actually still apply online on platforms like Glassdoor. I'll leave some links down below for you to check out for jobs in Sweden. Apply to those jobs and see if they can offer you remote interviews and remote recruitment process, so that once you get your job, then you can apply for the work permits and then move to Sweden that way. That is if you don't want to go through this job seeker route, but this is an opportunity that is available for you. So guys, these are all the information that I wanted to share with you today about moving to Sweden. I hope that this has been informative and valuable to you. Please let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this route? Do you think it's something you would like to consider, or you think nah, I'm good? Let me know. I'd love to read from you. Until I come your way again next time, I'll leave all relevant links for you in the description box, so do ensure to check it out. And once again, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.